Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. It's super late as of when I am recording this reading, and I hadn't planned on recording a reading video tonight, but I felt a really strong message coming through all day. And this message is that for someone who will connect with this reading, there's a person who has lost access to you, or they feel as though they can't access you consciously in the way that they used to be able to. This could take many different forms depending on your personal situation. And I do feel that this specific reading is going to be hyper specific to a group of people. But essentially, I'm picking up that someone here has done something, whether it is deleting some of their social media pages. I'm hearing going off the grid that might be relevant for someone. This might not have to do with deleting your public social presence online. This also could be simply withdrawing your energy or attention from a particular person. I feel that you did this intentionally to call back your power because it became very necessary, and your guides essentially showed you that this was the only path forward. Most likely prior to revoking this person's access to you to some degree, you were feeling as though you were spiraling or kind of walking in circles, either with this person specifically or within your life generally, that caused you to make this change. And the reason that this message wanted to come through is because whoever this is has noticed that something here has shifted energetically. Now, I feel that in many cases, you withdrawing access from this person was actually something that happened silently. So you may have simply stopped communicating as frequently with them. You may have decided to no longer reach out first to this person, or again, you may have deleted some of your online presence or something of that nature. But whatever you did to withdraw this person's access to you, it caused this energetic ripple effect that I'm picking up now in the quantum field between you and this person. And it's actually making them, the word obsessed is coming out here. It's making them think about you very strongly and very intensely because of this loss of access. The reason for this is because this person, although they are spiritually not as consciously aware as you are, they sensed that there was a bond with you, a connection with you. But when they had more access to you, they told themselves it was just surface level. It was because the two of you were talking so frequently or really had a nice shared banter or way of conversing with each other. They may have told themselves that it was because of how you looked when you would post images of yourself online. If this is the case, if you were connected in this way, this person may have been very drawn to something physical about you. But again, what they may not have consciously realized is the connection is much more about this energy that's flowing between you and much less about anything superficial or surface level. But their human conscious self did not realize this truth until their access to you was withdrawn. And now they are wondering how it is that in spite of having less, or in some cases, even no communication with you, depending on your circumstances, they are not only thinking about you just as much, but they are actually thinking about you more. I also kept getting the sense that this is almost like driving them crazy, not literally, but it's just making them want to think about you even more frequently. It's got them wondering about what is going on here, what this connection is here between the two of you that doesn't seem to fade or go away in spite of some distance or disconnect, because I am picking up that in connection with this loss of access, there may also be a literal disconnect here between the two of you. So you physically might be in different geographical locations. There may be cultural barriers. There might be barriers related to current other relationships in your 3D lives. But whatever these barriers are, they are seemingly so insignificant compared to the amount and the intensity of the heart chakra energy I feel flowing off of this person and rippling towards you. I saw the number 555 on the recording timer, and that number can also stand for very radical change. So I feel that because that number came out as we were talking about this person flowing energy to you through the heart space, it is their heart that is changing here. The craziest thing is I haven't even pulled a card yet, which is very unusual for these readings. This is all from downloads that I've been getting throughout the day, which tells me this person energetically has been knocking on your door in a sense. They've been very much in your field and you've been feeling it. Of course, the first card we get here is the Ace of Cups. This is what that knocking on your door kind of sensation energetically is looking like in the physical. This is this person wanting, I'm hearing, to start over. So you might have a history with them, or you may have known each other for a while, but I get this sense that this particular person feels or knows that something they did alerted you to the fact that they were not in the 3D taking this connection seriously or approaching you with the respect that your energy was demanding from them. And they're in a lot of deep regret about this. I feel them kind of cycling through all of these same thoughts about how they feel like they messed something up here. That's coming through very, very strongly. And there is a strong desire to wipe the slate clean or to come forward in a different way. I'm hearing they feel like they left a very bad either first impression or an impression along the way that they really didn't want to leave with you. And I do, again, feel like this person did something that did cause you to feel disrespected or did trigger you to finally put the hammer down and withdraw some of what this person could access about you, whether it's your energy, your communication, your presence, your virtual presence, whatever that looked like. It's ironic because this person is coming up as having really held back in those beginning phases, whereas I feel you were very much not over giving, but you were very open with this person. You have learned along your journey to set very strong boundaries, which is why I'm very careful to say that you were not over giving to this person. You were simply being very open-hearted. You had a very open energy. And you approached this person with the energy of truth, but you also held this silent knowing within you. I feel like you didn't put all your cards on the table with this person, but you also weren't intentionally holding back, meaning you kind of held this silent knowing within you of what this connection was. In fact, for many of you, you may have sensed that this was a soulmate or a twin flame or someone you knew in a past life. The past life connection seems to be really strong here with this person, because I'm getting that your soul recognized them instantaneously, and I just felt this wave of chills, and that confirms to me there's a really strong spiritual energy here. I specifically feel that when you first encountered this person, you couldn't stop looking at them because there was this really deep recognition, and I'm hearing you have very clear sight, whether you are literally someone who can see into other realms or see energies to some extent, or whether you are just someone who is very intuitive, able to see things for what they really are and not what they appear to be. And that was the case with this person. You saw through them so clearly, but I also feel that they were wearing some kind of a mask or some kind of a facade that didn't really align with what you knew them to be. This may have always created a little bit of unease within you because in spite of being able to sense this strong past life connection, to intuit that this was and is a soul connection, this person themselves was, I'm hearing they were putting off like a player energy. That might not be for everyone, but for some of you, this person's actually deeply romantic and very old-fashioned. For some reason, I'm seeing someone holding a car door open for someone. This is someone who's actually very old-fashioned in nature, in the sense that they really want to believe in genuine, authentic, deep, lasting love. And they're also a very old soul and share lifetimes with you where the two of you had a very traditional kind of bond or marriage in at least one of those past lifetimes. This may actually even be your most recent life for some of you listening. That won't be the case for everyone, but for some of you, you may have had your most recent life living with this person, being married to this person, having a very traditional kind of romantic relationship. And I'm picking up that they have gotten flashes and glimpses of that themselves, but they're kind of in denial about it because it's almost like they're strong sense of logic and reason is clouding their third eye. This person has a very blocked third eye, is what I'm picking up very strongly. Some of this may also be due to lifestyle choices as well, because many different things affect our third eye, including substances we might use or put into our bodies, sometimes even the foods we eat, anything that carries an energy can affect our energy centers. And in this case, I feel like something this particular person is doing, or possibly a substance they're using. They may be someone who drinks really frequently or has some kind of addiction or does something that seems to over time kind of cloud their intuition. This also might not be something that they consume, but actually their lifestyle. They may be around people who are very low vibrational in consciousness, and this might actually block this person's third eye artificially. I keep seeing glasses, by the way, so that might be significant to someone. I also see the letters R and E, so those could be in someone's first or last name here. But do keep in mind, of course, when I channel these really specific details, these tend to be for specific people, so don't worry if they don't resonate with you. There might still be a message in the reading for you in spite of the lack of resonance with specific details. And it's funny because as I was rambling there for a moment, we got the Tower card. So this particular person is really going through a Tower moment at this time. And because this card came up after we were talking about whatever they're doing to cloud their third eye, oh, I have another message that came through very suddenly, very randomly, that I have to say, this is very strange, but you and this person are very telekinetically connected, meaning physically you experience a lot of telepathy between each other's bodies. I know this sounds strange, but I feel that when this person, okay, this is so specific, but when this person drinks a lot and feels badly the next day, you might actually get a headache or feel tired or feel like that way. When this person uses substances, you might actually feel a little bit of a secondhand effect from some of that, energetically speaking. again, this won't be for everyone. I know that sounds really strange, but I'm telling you, you and this particular person are so energetically intertangled in the quantum field that it is affecting you in some strange ways. And I'm sure you can let me know in the comments how this has been affecting you. I'm sure if you've listened this far, some of this has resonated and you probably have some of your own experiences to add to this. And I would love to hear from you in the comments section if so. But I do feel this tower moment is most likely related to those either lifestyle choices blocking their third eye, the substances that some of them might be taking, or certain things they are doing or consuming, etc., that are causing them to keep themselves in a lower vibration. It's like many of those things are being called into question for them. And this is as a result of having met you. But I keep seeing it's almost like someone floating on an ocean and they're dipping in and out of the water. And this, of course, is metaphoric, but it feels like this person dips in and out of your timeline that way. Like sometimes they have a more open third eye, and when their level of consciousness is a little bit higher, it's almost like they can peek their head above the surface and peer into your timeline and connect with you from this higher level of consciousness. And in these moments, the two of you might have these profound, almost like breakthrough moments in your connection, or times where you are having a really amazing conversation that feels deep and almost surprising to you. And then when this person dips back down in their consciousness, their third eye becomes more clouded again, and it's almost like they dip out of your timeline. It's a really, really strange dynamic. And in those times, when you're out of energetic alignment and they're not aligned with your timeline, you will feel like there's a disconnect. I don't want to say like strangers because that sounds way too strong of a word, but you'll definitely feel like a disconnect between the two of you. Things won't really flow as easily. You might have times where you aren't communicating and neither of you even really knows why, where you aren't seeing each other. Almost like you're living on the same planet, but in entirely different dimensions. And that's because from one perspective, that is kind of what's happening, since our frequency determines the dimensional level that we are vibrating at and the timeline that we experience. And it's very difficult to connect with others who aren't aligned with our vibrational timeline. But you are coming up as this Queen of Pentacles, and it's almost like here, the Tower leads to the Queen of Pentacles. Like this person has to go through this Tower moment they're currently undergoing if they desire to connect. And the Queen of Pentacles is actually at the heart space. So if they desire to connect with you, Queen of Pentacles, this royal energy, this divine energy, this abundant energy, they are going to have to meet you at the heart space, because you aren't going to lower yourself beneath the heart space to connect with them. And so, in a sense, this is the lesson that their spirit guides are trying to teach them through all of this, that if they want to access you, it can't be superficial, it can't be surface level, that they're going to have to undergo a very intense tower moment that the guides are calling a trial by fire here, and meet you at the heart space. So I'm going to be pulling a few final cards here, but if you are resonating with the reading, I can tell that there is a lot of energy flowing between you and this person, likely a lot of confusion connected with that as well. So grounding and energetic hygiene are especially important for you at this time. My personal favorite tool for energy hygiene is Subliminals. So subliminals are meditations that contain affirmations, and unlike traditional affirmations, these are embedded within other meditation sounds and frequencies, and this masking effect means that the affirmations are able to bypass the conscious filter of the mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious. So for this reason, subliminals are really powerful for deeply reprogramming your subconscious mind and manifesting more of your desires in life. So what you're looking at on the screen is my app, Sound and Soulful. This is my personal virtual library of subliminals. When you download the app, you can listen to any subliminals I've created, and I have over 130 of them right now. They're all also available in 8 different background sound options. You can also create your own custom private playlists as well in the app. So this is a really valuable tool and resource for some of you who might be looking for a way to more deeply reprogram your mind and shift your energy to manifest in your life. Personally, I have seen more dramatic results from meditating with subliminals than from using any other manifestation tool in my life. I've been using them for years now, and I've seen really tremendous results in all areas of my life through subliminals. So I'm so excited to be sharing them with you in my app. Again, the app is named Sound and Soulful. You can download it in either of the app stores. You can also download it directly by following the link in the pinned comment and description box under the video. Specifically for this reading, I would most highly recommend my Love Magnetism Subliminal, because this will help you clear out love blockages stored in the 7 chakras and really magnetize your energy field to attract more love into your life. And again, all of the information on the app is linked below. Okay, so let's pull an Ask Angels deck about this situation. What can I channel for the beautiful souls listening here? This is funny. So the card here is no, and it's almost like your spirit guides are putting the hammer down here with this person and saying no. Unless you do the work and go through this Tower moment, you are not going to be connecting with this Queen of Pentacles that is coming up as you who are listening to the reading. Now, as a message for you, the listener, we do have remain positive. So I feel as though, again, this situation may have been one that has been pulling on your emotions really strongly, that's brought up a lot of confusion. At times, this person's behavior may have even made you feel rejected. It also may have caused you to question your own intuition, but I feel like some sign is going to be coming forth from this person as they do continue to go through this Tower moment. I feel that they are going to be raising their vibration consistently to a level where they are going to be seeing things a lot more clearly, seeing this connection more so for the soul connection that it is. In fact, I feel their mind is already really opening up to this, as they recently have been thinking about you a lot, almost obsessively here, and not really able to get you out of their mind. And that's causing them to realize that what is going on here has nothing to do with how much the two of you are communicating or seeing each other physically, or even how much they're seeing you online, but that this actually has to do with something a lot deeper. And of course, what we are calling energy-based or soul-based. It's the soul connection that both of you are feeling, but that this person just now seems to be waking up to. So I am going to close the reading as we usually do with a message from Rumi. What is one final message for the reading today? The lion and the deer. And let's see what the guidebook says here. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair and yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, you are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring greater joy and fulfillment. The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper most now if you are willing to unbecome what you have believed yourself to be. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed as too far limiting. It won't feel true for you anymore if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings you shall be temporary fuel to ignite the divine fires within. So that feels like a great place to end the reading today. Do feel free to let me know in the comments if anything resonated. Also, if you are feeling connected to my energy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, the Sound and Soulful Subliminals app is linked in the pinned comment and description box under the video. I am wishing you all a beautiful remainder of your day, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again here in the next video.